Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our virtual meeting today. So, the purpose of this session is to introduce you to some key learning theories that can help you your roles here at the company. And we're fortunate to have our special trainer today, Miss Bazlina, with us today. Will be guide us through this topic. So, Miss Bazlina, the floor is yours.
Thank you, team leader. Good evening, everyone. I am very excited to be here and discuss the concept of learning with you all. And to start, let's define learning. So, what is learning? Well, according to Cherry K 2022, on website The Psychology of How People Learn, so learning is a behavior change brought about by experience and that is comparatively long lasting. And it is the process of gaining knowledge, expertise and information. And it's a common to associate learning with formal education received in childhood and early adulthood. And however, learning also is a continuous process that happens outside of the classroom and throughout life. So do you guys have any question to ask to me?
Yes, I have. I want to ask you about, could you explain what cognitive learning means?
Well, thank you, Miss Yani. Well, cognitive means that the central idea of cognitivism is the way that the mind processes information. It emphasizes the interior mental processes involved in learning, going beyond visible behavior. And according to cognitivism theory, students actively participate in the processing of information, hence skills like knowledge acquisition, memory, critical thinking, and problem solving skill. And also, adapting instructional practices to align with these internal cognitive processes is a necessary part of incorporating cognitivist principle into education. And this is based on cognitivism learning theory educational technology website.
Thank you.
Okay.
Can I ask you some question?
Yes, Natasha.
What about associative learning and how does that work?
So, associate learning based on the psychology for website, the process through which people learn to link two stimuli or experience, resulting in a modification of behavior or response, and it is known as associate learning. It entails drawing link or relationship between environmental stimuli and the related reaction that they generate. And the concept of associate learning is essential to comprehending of how people pick up new association, habits, and behaviors from experience.
Now I want to ask you one more question. And observation learning, how does that fit in?
So observational learning based on Very Well Mind website, it is a process of picking up knowledge via watching others and remembering it and subsequently imitating the behaviors that were seen is known as observational learning. And this happens a lot to parents because their child will look what is the parents behavior and they will copy or create their behavior by what they are looking based on what their parent do.
This is all very insightful. But how does the brain play a role in these learning processes?
Excellent question, team leaders. So the brain is the central of organ learning and it is processes information, stores memories and retrieves knowledge. And different areas of the brain are activated depending on the type of learning. Like for example, hippocampus is crucial for forming new memories, while the prefrontal cortex is involved in decision making and problem solving. Understanding how our brain work can help us optimize on our learning strategy and how do we use our learning strategy.
That's cool. How can we apply this theory to our job role?
Great question. So here are some practical examples. for cognitive learning, you could take notes during training session or while working on projects to help you reinforce your understanding based on what do you understand during the lectures. In terms of associate learning, set up a reminder for important tasks or learn to recognize patterns in client behavior to be a better anticipate their needs. For example, you could use a calendar in your phone, so you could create a reminder what do you have to do and when you have to do, so you will look your appearance to look up to the clients will look good and more impressive. And last but not least, for observational learning, don't hesitate to seek mentorship from more experienced colleagues. Watch how they handle specific situation and ask them for tips. For example, you could ask your seniors to do something that you are not very good at it. So by that you could gain some new knowledge and you could apply it in the future.
So thank you, Miss Bazina, for the sharings and acknowledgement. We really appreciate these practical applications. It's clear that understanding these learning theories can greatly enhance our skills and effectiveness in our roles. So I hope you too can apply these skills in your roles later. Do any of you have further questions before we wrap up?
No.
I don't have any.
So if so, that's all from today. And thank you for your cooperation. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.